Hey Virgo, hey, how you feeling? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back, Virgo. If you are returning, if you're new, Virgo, I'm Shauna, and this is your highest good tarot. And we some folks over here who are evolving. We are elevating towards our higher selves, towards our highest potential, towards the divine, whichever applies to you, Virgo. Either way, we putting in the work. So, if that's what you've been doing, or if you're just starting on your spiritual journey, you found your folks. And today is no different. We are in Q4. We're at the end of the year, so we are getting spiritual messages about next year. So, that's for if you are seeing this in real time. If you're not seeing this in real time, Virgo, and maybe it's spring or something like that, this is a spiritual message for you regarding the next phase, the next stage of your life. So this reading is timeless. And with that said, remember, Virgo, that not every message is for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And we'll get into it. What is a spiritual message for Virgo regarding next year or the next stage of their life? What is the spiritual message for Virgo regarding next year or the next phase of their life? Yeah, Virgo. Ooh, you get two. Okay. Let's see what we have here. We have nope, not a chance, absolutely not, on no day that ends in Y, just in case you don't believe me. That's exactly what it says because Spirit told me to write it out that way. And then it also says, the other card says, let go of the guilt and shame. Now, Virgo, this seems pretty specific, but maybe you were thinking about doing something. And Spirit is like, your guides, the universe, God, your angels or benevolent ancestors are like, mm-mm. And now it's time to let go of the guilt and shame associated with it. Oh, you could be working with some archangels. This is what's at the bottom of the deck. Working with archangels, or they're working on your behalf. And whatever you're thinking about doing, Virgo, they're like, nope, don't you do it. But also, what you need to be doing is letting go of the guilt and shame you're holding on to. We're going to get some clarity on this thing right here, Virgo. Please clarify this spiritual message for Virgo, please. Yes, please clarify this spiritual message for Virgo. Five of Wands in reverse. Ten of Cups. Seven of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Lovers. Let me cover her up. We have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck here. With, you see the angel, right? You see the angel, the archangel here. It's just clarifying, confirming that there's divine guidance here for you, and absolutely not, don't do that shit. There needs, with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck here, there's a decision. I know the Lovers is, when we're talking about love, is literally about, love, romantic love. But this here, it is saying that this is about fulfillment. It is about balance within yourself and making the decision to allow the archangels, your spirit team, the universe to help you work on letting go the guilt and shame that you are clinging to, that has you wanting to do whatever it is that they're saying absolutely not. On no day that ends in Y do you need to do this. They're really putting emphasis on, they have the tree of life in the Garden of Eden, as well as the tree of knowledge. Knowledge is wisdom in action. And spirit is saying that you really need to be wise about your next movements. Going into the spread here, Five of Wands in reverse, Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Lots of emotions surrounding this. And of course, this is just clarifying the guilt and shame, all the emotions here. But we got this fulfillment in the middle. It's, it's an inner conflict. It's an inner conflict that you need to relax, that you need to ease, that you need to release. And stand firm on this decision, because there is true fulfillment, true happiness and contentment and joy on the other side. Not only that, but also choices, gifts, rewards, because you do have a choice, Virgo. Like, whatever you thinking about doing, that's not your only option. That's not your only option. Can we clarify the Five of Wands here? We're going to clarify each card, just to get a little more insight on this. Eight of Swords. You boxing yourself in. The Emperor to clarify the Ten of Cups. And then the Queen of Wands to clarify the Seven of Cups. Who are these two energies? Mm. Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The chickens are coming home to roost, is what Spirit is saying. Or they have already. Take it as it resonates. But it's also an opportunity, once they do come home to roost, to look beyond that. There's more that has to be done now. And what I'm getting here, because I'm just like, these are two separate energies. We have an Emperor, Queen of Wands, both super confident, but we also have the Eight of Swords. There may have been an affair. May have been an affair that you are still dwelling on. Dwelling, meaning dwelling on what you did, um, and still feeling the guilt and shame about it. Maybe your partner has moved on, whether it was with you or not. um, and maybe they have let it go. And now that is the challenge for you. That is the challenge for you, to let go of the guilt and shame so you can move forward in your life. And whatever it is that you are thinking about doing may not be beneficial to your advancement. Because right now you are stuck. You're boxing yourself and you are limiting you. Nobody else is. It's you who's doing it. And maybe you're worried about the fall back or the fall out. Hmm. What's the advice? Let's go to the advice here. What's the advice for Virgo? We got the Chariot, which is always forward motion, just so you know. We have the Knight of Pentacles, who is steady and slow and stable. And that's what Spirit is saying here. It's time to, at the bottom of the deck, this is where you are. You're like regretting the shit that happened, and it's happened. We can't unring bells. We can't, as much as we want to. And this is me speaking from experience as opposed to um, judgment. So please know that we can't unring bells of things that um, we probably should not have participated in or should not have done. And what, at the certain time frame, we have to get out of that space of regret and remorse and resentment towards ourselves, because at some point we're giving ourselves, well, shit, really from the first step we hold that guilt and shame and internalize it. We're giving ourselves the evil eye. We're limiting ourselves. And it's not that you shouldn't, have any, you know I'll say negative feelings initially. But where are they stemming from? Is it stemming from the fact that you actually did them, or is it stemming from the fact that you're going to get caught or things are going to get found out? But either way, the advice is that it's time to rebuild. It's time to, move forward and be that consistent, steady person, Virgo, because this is earth energy here. This is your energy. Be that consistent, steady person that you know you can be, that you know you are. And it may require you uh, to be generous with your time, actually be apologetic, but also being authentic in with yourself initially, with yourself first, and how you move forward. definitely time to heal. It's definitely time to heal and get back on track, because the chariot is definitely an indication of being on a divine path, of being on the right path. And, we get distracted. We do. We veer off. we stay looking at something else that we shouldn't be looking at. It happens. It happens. All right. What else does Virgo need to know about this message? We got the wheel here. Things are shifting. Things are shifting. There's, if bottom of the deck is the Fool, things are really shifting because we have the Fool. These are two majors, right? And this is the time with if we add these numbers, we got 0 and 10. This is time to start over. It's time to start anew with yourself, and to start in a spirit of new beginnings, being honest with yourself and trusting in the archangels, trusting in your spirit team, trusting in your benevolent ancestors, the universe, whomever, trusting in God, that where you go forward, where you go now, is definitely being guided. But there's a shift coming. And spirit is saying karma, but some people don't believe in karma, so I'll say a cosmic justice. A cosmic justice. And you're being encouraged to move forward with it. Because again, this is a one. Yep. Karmic justice. Cosmic justice. Karma. This is going to be definitely a test. Because we have the number one out again. We got the number one out again. The magician is the number one. Number one. Yeah, this is either you have been through or are going through the karma or the cosmic justice, and you are coming out of it, or you have to go through it to come out of it. What else? What else? You got the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Mm. Two of Swords and the Seven of Wands. You have to, um, this is that opportunity to come out of stagnation and have courage, you know. And courage is about doing shit afraid. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands, who is somebody that is confident. They are loyal. They are loyal to themselves as well as to other people. They are somebody who is independent. Um, They can be impulsive, but this is that thing where there has to be a decision again to come out of that stagnation, to have courage and self-control. Like, because we have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords, which is all about, inner conflict and being stuck, you know, um, in a headspace where it's time to come out of. Two of Swords is also about making that decision. But you are being divinely guided, Virgo. And yeah, it's time to let go of that guilt and shame. You're at a crossroads right now. Is that all, Spirit? That's it. That's all. Like, sub, and share. If you would like a pre recorded reading with me, there's a link in the description box below. Yeah. When you said all you know, it's time to go. Thanks.